Well, I tell you what, we have an absolutely perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, and EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
With the running back.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Eason on 2nd down. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20.
Eason's pass.
A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On the ground, it's Ford. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The kick.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
It's now 3rd down.
But instead, 3rd down.
To go.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Ford. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Blake Cashman.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Jadeveon Clowney brought him down. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Eason off the play fake. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Punt formation for the Browns.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Burrow on play action. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Bengals. 44 yards.
1st and goal at the
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Browns 3, Bengals 0.
Mixon trying to punch it in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Ham, his second touchdown on the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Browns 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On first down, Jacob Eason. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the 43-yard line.
They go play action with Eason. Dancing to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. This is 4th. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
First down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now, that carry just did something significant as well. It pushed him past Jerome Bettis on the NFL all-time rushing list. The bus had 13,662.
And not every carry you get in the NFL is going to be open field, right? A place you can make your cuts. You've got to get some of those grimy yards, don't you? You got to go inside and run through people, just as Jerome Bettis did. That's what we've seen him do as well.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now this throw caught left side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
30-yard line.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow, flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Bengals 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more?
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Burrow now off the bootleg. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield now, Burrow. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. First down, here's Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again, it's Burrow. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Browns drive about to get started. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Here's Cooks on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. That one is caught by Hunt. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 41-yard line.
Play action. It's Eason. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. On first down, Ford. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 11 now. Again, they turn to Ford. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Eason. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. And look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Burrow. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And 9.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off inside the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Check 20.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Leads to 2nd and goal. That's the end of the 3rd.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And Burrow going to keep it himself. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Joe Burrow taking it in. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
21.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
To number 13.
It's a big play there for the Browns. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun is Eason. And this is caught at the 8. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
To number 15.
A nice gain at 21 yards. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the 4th quarter, even with the loss there on 1st down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Browns 16.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Here's Cooks on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. Mixon with a 1st down carry. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead. extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. Check Mike. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Eason, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Back to the air on second down, Eason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Eason. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. Draw play to Ford. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down.
1st and 10, Eason. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Eason. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. Operating from the gun, Eason escaping the pressure right, and that will be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A big play there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Bengals. From 8 yards out, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
13.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. From the gun, Eason. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Touchdown.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Cooks on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
3 yards the gain there, second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete from the contact. Grant Delpit on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them.